tells us we are the single largest group of NFL team-focused fans in Canada. We generally get 100 to 120 people a game out to our bar, which is called Shocks. It's up in the Junction at Keele and Dundas. We lovingly refer to it as Dog Pound North.
Dog Pound North. Okay, yeah, 100 to 120. How did you find each other?
Facebook. Facebook is amazing for that. There was always a group on Facebook, but it was sort of a dead group, and then Brian, who is our club president, came along and decided to put some life into it, and he found a bar down at along College and Harvard down that way and started a small group and a viewing thing on Sundays, and then it moved up to Yonge and St. Clair, and then that bar unfortunately closed and got turned into a condo. And now we're out at Shocks, and it's turned into a big thing. The league knows we're there. The Browns know we're there. Labatt's Canada know we're there. And they gave us a Bud Light victory fridge just like they had in Cleveland.
Okay, I want to know more about last night. But just first tell me this. I mean, you've gone through this drought of almost 2 years of no wins, right? I mean, what's that been like going the last few seasons with no wins?
Well, I mean, to put it in Toronto's perspective, the Leafs were not all that great for about the last 10 to 15 years.
Hurts.
And
that hurts.
Well, no, it's true, and I'm a huge Leaf fan. Don't worry, I'm a huge Leaf fan. So being a Browns fan, a Leafs fan at the same time. And the Browns, it's not just the last 2 years. They've been pretty much bad since they came back in the league in 1999.
Yeah, but how much punishment do you want?
It's my fanatic, kind of it's there. You're not going to give up on your team. The same way that people, no matter how bad the Leafs were, they always bought their season tickets. It's the same thing with the Browns. It just gets in your system, and you hope that sooner or later they're going to get it right.
Okay, so tell me then. So last night, when you actually saw your team finally get it right, what was that like? Describe what it was like there.
It was absolute elation. It was like if we'd won a Super Bowl or a playoff game, just getting this off of our back. We'd heard this nonstop in the media every single week for like 2 years almost. The Browns haven't won a game, or they've lost their whole last season was embarrassing. They lost all 16.
But it only made you stronger, right?
Absolutely. We're like a family. That's truly who we are. The people that come to Dog Pound North, at Shocks in the Junction, are absolutely like a family. We stay in touch constantly on social media. We plug our thing. Last night we had at least 20 people from Ohio who were in Toronto on various different business trips or vacations or whatever who came to our bar and felt quite at home, because it felt like it does when they're at a bar in Northeast Ohio.
Wow. And you know what? I mean, it wasn't an easy victory, right? I mean, the Jets had a chance to mount a comeback late in the game. I mean, they had the ball with just a couple of minutes left. What was that like, those last few minutes? Were you sweating it? Were you just...
Absolutely, we were sweating it. As soon as we got ahead with 2 minutes to go, and 2 minutes in football is an eternity. You can eat up very large chunks of field. I mean, the Jets started out in not great field position, but it doesn't take very much to make a couple of passes and be in position to go for the end zone. So we were all just biting our nails and hanging on the edge of our seats right until that last interception that killed their drive.
I mean, is this group just one that likes to go for the underdog? Well, I mean, what is it about the Brownsbackers that you know?
I can't speak for everybody. Our president, he got his Browns fanaticism from his father. I was on a work assignment in 1987 in Cleveland for 7 months during the football season. That's how I got started. Everybody came to it differently. We have, but we all just love our team. If you, it's, again, as a comparable, it's like the Leafs. That's all I can really put it in Toronto terms. It's just a fanatic. You always hope every year when the season starts that this will be the year that they get it right.
Okay, so tell me this then. It's not a conflict to be a Cleveland Browns fan and a fan of a Canadian team.
If you historically, before the Bills really existed, Cleveland was Toronto's NFL team. So that's how and it was. And the Bills came along, and then the leagues merged, and the Bills kind of took over as Toronto's team because they're closer.
All right. Okay. I stand. I'll stand with more information then. Corrected or something.
We're looking forward to next week's game again, and hopefully we'll get 2 in a row.
And are you going to carry this excitement with you? I mean, how long is this going to last?
Oh, it's it's quite a buzz. I mean, I wore my Browns gear to work today.
Okay. You're really carrying it off.
Everybody in my office knows I'm the Office Browns fan, and it was like high fives and congratulations all over. That's all I did all morning was talk about last night in very excited terms, and I'm sure my friends from Dogtown North had exactly the same experience when they went to work today.
Well, it's terrific. Again, I mean, you need to be congratulated as well, because I just feel, you've got such a stake in this, you and your group. And thanks for joining us and telling us all about this win and what it meant to you.
Well, thanks for having me.
That's Ian Windsor. He's a member of the Toronto Brownsbackers. They are a group of Toronto residents, and they cheer for the Cleveland Browns. And they finally had something to celebrate last night.